Navy veteran charged with kidnapping Ashanti Billie, the 19-year-old culinary arts student, is making his first appearance in federal court right now. This is 45-year-old Eric Brown walking into court about 20 minutes ago. He's accused of kidnapping Billie in September outside the Blimpie sub shop on JEB Little Creek, where Billie worked. We're told Brown was employed as a construction worker building that Blimpie restaurant.
A 15-page criminal complaint says this surveillance video, which 13 News Now aired exclusively, helped lead to Brown's arrest. Another construction worker who helped build the Blimpie recognized Brown from this video. Investigators say in this video, Brown gets out of Billie's car and throws Billie's phone into a dumpster.
Reporter Robert Boyd is live outside the U.S. District Court in Norfolk, where Brown is before a judge right now. Robert.
Yes, Eric Brown just went before a judge in the last 15 minutes or so. I was inside the courtroom, and he didn't really show much emotion. He just stood there, listened to his charges, and left. Obviously, he's being held without bail. But this is what the family feared all along. They just assumed it was someone on that Navy base who was in connection with Ashanti's kidnapping. Now, keep in mind, Brown spent 21 years in the Navy and was working again on the base, actually helping to build that Blimpie's restaurant where Ashanti worked. And basically, Ashanti's friends and co-workers say that he would come into that Blimpie's on a daily basis, a regular basis, and basically flirt with her. So they always knew that there could be something suspicious about him. And then on September 18th, of course, that's when Ashanti was first reported missing. There's that surveillance video showing her car leaving that naval base. And then obviously more video, surveillance video, showing Brown allegedly going to a neighborhood in Norfolk and dumping her cell phone into a dumpster and then leaving in her car. Of course, her car was found a few days later, and then 11 days after that, Ashanti's body was discovered behind a church in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's where the evidence really starts to build up, because the FBI says Brown's DNA was found on Ashanti's clothing, 2 sets of clothing, and they say the chances of that DNA belonging to any other person is 1 in 2.7 quadrillion. So pretty good case for the feds regarding putting Brown away for a long time. And other interesting news regarding that church where the body was found is that Brown actually grew up just about 300 yards away in a home right next to it. So it appears that he went back to his hometown to dump the body. And then the days following Ashanti's disappearance, the feds say that he made several internet searches regarding her case and the hometown where the body was dumped. So he was obviously following this case very, very closely. Now, as far as Brown, he, of course, being held without bail, we can tell you he's actually arrested already in jail. He was arrested yesterday for some minor charges regarding trespassing and solicitation of prostitution. So it's easy to make the arrest since he was already in custody and just move him over to the federal level. And I can tell you, coming up on November 14th is his next court appearance. Of course, we'll be following this case throughout. And coming up later in this newscast, we're going to hear from the family spokesperson, Kim Wimbish. She says that the family is just so relieved that this man is off the streets, and they also said they wanted to thank Channel 13 for that surveillance video of the neighborhood. They said that was very key in making this arrest, and they wanted to thank us for getting that surveillance video out there and showing some very important evidence in this case. Of course, we'll have much more coming up in our later newscasts. Live in Norfolk, Robert Boyd, 13 News Now.
All right, we want to talk a little bit more about the family. The spokesperson, she did release a written statement saying the family wants to extend their deepest thanks to the FBI, Virginia Beach, Norfolk Police, and NCIS. They also said they would like to extend their heartfelt thanks to all who helped and came forward with tips. At the current time, the family needs time to process the information, but will be making a public statement soon.